Okay, let's finish up this review. We look at the next problem. This is a rational equation. Rational because I have a fraction. So my concern when I see a rational is I look at the denominator. I cannot divide by 0, so x minus 7 cannot be 0, which means x cannot be 7. Now I need to solve this. So I've got x equal 18 over x minus 7. The way to solve this is to multiply both sides of the equation by the common denominator. Multiply both sides by x minus 7. The nice thing about that is it simplifies the right side of that equation. So I get x minus 7 times x equal 18. If I multiply the left side of this equation, that's x squared minus 7x equal 18. This is a quadratic. We solve these problems when they are equal to 0. So set this equation equal to 0. And now I'm down to solving a quadratic by factoring. If this can solve, I'm looking for two numbers with the properties that they multiply to negative 18 and they add to negative 7. So those numbers would be negative 9 and positive 2. So the answer is x minus 9, x plus 2 equals 0, or x is equal to 9 or negative 2. Now, my restriction, remember, right off the front was x cannot be equal to 7. So if I look at that, neither of those conditions is violated. Those are my answers. And the last one, we have a radical expression. So with the radical, remember, we cannot take the square root of a negative number. So x plus 3 cannot be negative. The way we write cannot be negative in concise math language is greater than or equal to 0. If this is true, then x has to be greater than or equal to negative 3. So that is my restriction. Now, to solve an equation like this with a square root, I'm going to need to square both sides of this equation. So we will square both sides of this equation. What I get on the left is x plus 3 equal 9. Subtract 3 from both sides, and you get x equals 6. With these radical equations, always check your answer. So let's just see. The original was x plus square root of x plus 3 equal 3. Let's check what happens when x is equal to 6. 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. Does the square root of 9 equal 3? 3 equal 3. That is correct. So this answer does work. So anyway, that's the end of review 2. So you've got several resources here. You've got 2 reviews that are worked through video and that are in your book for getting ready for the quiz on unit number 1.